Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Valeria and this is the Off-Road Range. I congratulate all of you on the first day on the new year 2024. May the new year bring all of us new opportunities, self-realization, love and peace. Different people celebrate this holiday in different ways. For some, the holiday is Catholic Christmas on the 24th of December. For example, for Europeans. In some countries, the New Year is celebrated on the 25th of December. For example, in the USA. For some, it is Orthodox on the 7th of January. For others, it is other days. In Asian countries, these holidays are generally unknown, and the New Year is celebrated according to the lunar calendar in February. When I was working in a Chinese company, it was a big holiday for my colleagues, and it was unknown for me at that time. And Chinese people had a long-awaited big weekend. Muslims also do not celebrate these holidays, and as far as I know, they are not significant events for them. Jews celebrate Rosh Hashanah around mid-September. Buddhists celebrate Sagelgan according to the lunar calendar in various periods from January to March. For people who follow Asian traditions and are pagans, the New Year may be in spring or autumn, since their year depends on the awakening of nature, on the beginning of plant growth, on harvesting, and other events related to the cycle of nature. However, all over the world, the 1st of January is considered the beginning of the New Year. And I, as a non-religious person, also celebrate the New Year on the night from the 31st of December to the 1st of January. Therefore, friends, I congratulate you on the beginning of the New Year. Regardless on the date you celebrate this holiday on, I also congratulate you on your New Year. First of all, I wish you health, because without health, many of our plans are unrealistic, and it is very important to take care of your physical body and spiritual and psychological health. Be aware of your health features and take care of yourself so that you feel as healthy as possible for as long as possible. I wish you energy, inspiration, aspiration, curiosity, enthusiasm. I wish you to dream and to believe in yourself. These things help you to always remain young, to remain a little childish, to be surprised, to learn and develop. I wish you to look at things at different angles, criticize opinions and events, and doubt yourself. Excessive self-confidence and radicalism deprives you of the opportunity to see events from a different angle, deprives you of the opportunity to see mistakes and find the right solution, deprives you of the opportunity to see the real world, and also prevents to see the truth of another person and building relationships. I wish you to create. I wish you to give up comfort and stability, because your life should mean something. And if you put off your life for later, then at some point you will wake up old, sick, without fire in your eyes, without interest in life, realizing that you haven't influenced the world in any way, haven't made the people around you better, haven't created no value in your life. A lot of things in the world are self-deception. You can indefinitely try new things and constantly receive new emotions, but at the same time, you will not create any valuable. And when you realize that everything is the same and get tired of it, it might be too late, because by this moment, you might have lost your time, youth, energy, opportunities, and money. Therefore, if you don't like something and you would like to change something, start from this year. It is pretty cold to sit at one place. So, I want to thank all my subscribers who have become close to me during this year. Sometimes, if your privacy settings allow, I can see notifications about who has subscribed to my channel. But regardless of whether I see you or not, I would like to thank all of you personally. But even if I saw everyone, I cannot thank each subscriber separately in the public space. I cannot do it for your safety. Moreover, it would contradict my video about information security. Your emails, names, nicknames, interests are your personal data, and I believe that each person should determine what to show other people. I also want to thank all of you who write words of support to me in private messages on Instagram. Your support is really very important, and I'm glad that we can share a live event with each other. Often, I am not able to respond to you the same day you write, because I have no home, I don't have reliable electricity, and I am not always in touch. But I am always happy to chat with you and see your opinions and support in the comments. I know that in many countries of the world, the New Year is celebrated without snow and even in warmth. But for me, snow is an integral part of this holiday, since I grew up in a country with a cooler climate. Therefore, I was very glad when a few days before the New Year, the first snow fell. Despite all the current problems and time constraints, I decided that I simply had to decorate the Christmas tree on my newly rented land. I bought only one pack in order to check how they will look like, and I wanted them to be red. I think that if they will look great, another pack would be golden. Could you imagine? I have my own Christmas tree. It's real, it is not plastic, and you don't need to cut it down, and it is always fresh. Good. For a long time, I thought that my favorite season of the year is autumn, because it is so bright, it is golden, it is very beautiful. Even if it is rainy, even if it is cold, it is still very beautiful. But now, I think that my favorite season is not autumn, and it is not winter. My favorite season is the current season, the season that I live in. I also want to share my personal sad story with a good ending, I hope, to tell a little about myself and to get closer to you. Although I am already 26 years old, almost 27, this is my first conscious New Year with a festive mood, traditions I think about, and a holiday that I created for myself. Besides this New Year is completely new for me. I have my own land and my own house, although unfinished. I have a YouTube channel and your support. I have new friends and I feel like this is a new independent stage. But what was before that? I'm sorry, it becomes extremely cold and the wind becomes stronger, so I will move in my car. The air is very fresh and frosty. Oh, that's much better and much warmer. So, what was before this? 5 years in a row before this, despite the fact that I almost always celebrated the New Year with my friends, I didn't feel the holiday. I didn't feel the general joy and unity. This holiday had no meaning for me, and sometimes even irritated me. I rejected everyone's preparation, shopping, cooking holiday meals, fun, New Year's games, films, traditions, and so on. I didn't feel at ease. Why was this? And why did I change my attitude, and the new year now has become a holiday and an event for me? A year ago, my friend asked me what traditions I have, and I realized that there were none. I realized that I had no joy and affection for this holiday, and moreover, I was jealous and angry that for many people around the world, this is a significant event with its own atmosphere they created. I realized that I need to figure out why I feel it and that I need to change it. Since childhood, I formed a strong attachment to my parents and relatives. We always celebrated the new year with the whole family. We had our own traditions. I initiated some of them, and these pastimes formed strong associations and emotions. And when I consciously chose a rather difficult path these people were not present in, I lost a stable sense of closeness and celebration. And this year, I had to look inside and understand that I didn't separate from my relatives and didn't create my own life and traditions. Now my family is me, and I'm busy building my own life and my own traditions. And now I create every holiday myself. But other than that, there may be many reasons why I do not always feel the holiday, and I think it is normal. We may be very tired, without time or opportunity to have a rest. We may be upset about what is happening in the world and in our lives. We may feel lonely, especially if we want to find someone who will become our friend and will understand us and whom we will understand. Sometimes we may not see the point in the fact that year follows year, one number changes to another because they are just numbers. On New Year's Eve, we often sum up our results, and they do not always make us happy. And at the end of each year, we realize that our time is running out and we haven't done what we wanted. And perhaps we are simply accustomed to perceiving this holiday negatively, refusing to rejoice without reason, like a child. Perhaps this holiday doesn't always and not 100% have to have only positive effects. I think it is okay to feel differently and not necessarily join in with the general fun. I think there are a lot of people around the world who approach the new year calmly, thoughtfully, analytically, or sadly. So, if you are not feeling greatly on this day, you shall know that there are definitely people around the world who feel much the same as you do, and most likely you are not alone. Moreover, on this day, you will be supported by millions of people around the world, regardless of location, age, lifestyle, traditions, religions, and social circle. On this day, everyone wants to feel the atmosphere of the holiday, at least for 5 minutes. So, if you are not feeling great on this day, you shall know that there are definitely people in the world who feel much the same way as you do, and most likely you are not alone. Moreover, today you will be definitely supported by millions of people around the world, regardless of location, lifestyle, age, social circle, religion, and traditions. On this day, each of us want to feel the atmosphere of the holiday at least for 5 minutes. Allow yourself to relax at least for a few moments, and remember that a new year brings new beginnings and plans and new strengths. You have a new year and a new day. You have entered a new year, and you still have time to create, believe, and fight for a brighter future. I wish you self-confidence, discipline, health. I wish you to see bad things so you can try to stop them and make the world a better place. I wish that the next year we will look at the world around us and realize that we have made it better, much better, and we have influenced those things we were afraid of and that previously we couldn't reach out. Happy holiday, my friends! This is the Off-Road Range, and I'm Valeria, who got up early in the morning on the 1st of January to record this video for you. But according to the traditions of some nations, it is necessary to wake up early on the 1st of January so that the new year will reach and happy. I hope this is true and I got up early for a reason. Happy New Year!